Hello, and thank you so much for joining me tonight for some Saturday night crafting. Tonight has been such a blast. I have been playing all day today and yesterday and just having so much fun with this new technique that I happened to discover by fluke. It might have been done before, I'm not sure, but I really wanted to create some cards and I didn't have the colored foil that I wanted, and so I thought I would work out a way that we can have some beautiful colored foil. For tonight's technique, I'm going to use alcohol inks. Now, I don't actually have any of the solid colors from the Ranger alcohol inks range. All I have are these really cheapo ones. These are picked up from Amazon. They're about 10 to 15 pounds for a box, depending on how many colors you want in each box. They're super cheap. I think they're used for coloring resin projects, so they're really cheap and cheerful. You can get quite a lot in them. I have my little box with alcohol inks. This is the ink I'm talking about here, and I'll link it down below for you. I think they've changed their packaging slightly. I'm also going to use this baking tray, which I picked up from the pound shop. You can get them at the dollar store. Just something really cheap, or a glass mat works really well. And I'm going to use either holographic card or foil card. Now, I did try them both to see if they looked any different. They look exactly the same, so it doesn't matter which you use, which you've got in your stash. And I've got a lot of silver foil cards. So I started out with these bigger sheets and cut them down so I could have some nice big panels to work with. Of course, if you've got gloves, put them on because alcohol ink really does stain. Make sure you've also got a window open because it's quite smelly. I've got one of these puffer things. It's used for like putting a pen in, but I never use it for that. You can also use a straw. So if you've only, got your mouth to use, then go and grab a straw and you can blow with the straw. All it does is kind of speed up your drying time and spread that ink around. So I'm starting out with a blue and going on my silver cardstock. So this is just silver foil card, really cheap. Got it from B&M in the UK. Now, as you can see, the blue is spacing itself out. It's kind of parting. It's not really sticking, whereas the green just sucks in straight away. Don't worry about any of that. We can still make it work, but it depends on your inks as to what will happen. And I wonder if the Ranger inks will be better than the blue ones, or some of the colors in the set that I've got. But some of them worked really great. A couple of them were like this, where you can kind of see it separating itself. It still does cover it though. Now, this is a whopping pack of cardstock I got. I think this was only £1 from Every Craft's a Bargain. So I will link their website down below. But I used up most of this pack today. I had such a blast. I thought, well, these are already ready to go for my card fronts, so I'll use them. Now you can see the pink is doing the same thing. It's kind of separating a bit. Again, maybe the Ranger ones would be better because they're higher quality. I'm not sure, but I still work with it and I patch up those missing spots with ones that don't separate. So use what you've got in your stash. If you've got any kind of alcohol, anything, make it work for you because I'm pretty sure it'll still work. So at this point here, I'm doing lots of fun little patterns, playing with these alcohols and just shifting them around and seeing what kind of patterns I get and what I like. However, I'm going to share with you in a minute how we can color our cardstock so we get beautiful, even coverage on all our cards. So here again, I thought I'll go and stick with the green because I love the patterns I'm getting with the green. I'm loving that it doesn't separate at all, and I'm getting these gorgeous looks. So there on the left is silver card, on the right is the foil card, or the holographic card. Not really any difference, so it doesn't matter. Now, if you've got some makeup sponges, these are those cotton sponges used for removing makeup, and all I'm going to do is fold it in half and pick up some ink. So my first time I tried it by picking it up off of my tray, and I got quite a streaky looking result. Very streaky, not amazing. So I decided I would try rubbing it roundy, and you can still kind of see the pattern. Wasn't getting as vibrant as I wanted. Then the genius kicked in and I thought, you know what, let's put the ink straight onto my little swab and see how we go. So I'm going to fold it over. I'm going to put that ink along that folded edge, just a little bit of it. I mean, I didn't use much of this ink at all, but I put enough on that I could streak it down. Now, if you rub it from top to bottom, you get a beautiful, even coverage with very minimal streaking. And when that dries, there's pretty much no streaking there at all. And it is really picking up that color beautifully. You can see it going down here. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm so excited about this technique and so excited about how well this worked and how much fun it is. And I've got loads of samples at the end of what you can kind of make using this foil card, give you some ideas and inspiration. But this is a fun way to stretch your products and create some colored foil without having to spend all that money on tons of different colors of sheets of foil. Now my tray is a hot mess, and all you need to do to remove any of this alcohol is to just use some rubbing alcohol or isopropyl alcohol, and you can wipe it all straight up. It all comes off instantly. Now the same applies for your dies. When you're die cutting on top of this paper, you will get some residue from the alcohol ink on your dies. Do the exact same thing as I'm doing here. Just put a little bit of it onto your microfiber cloth and wipe your dies. So here you can see my pink one all done. It kind of doesn't look like there's much pink until you stick it with a plain one. So there's the silver, and I apologize, the glare is awful. I'm trying to get it lined so you can actually see the color that I'm seeing, and the only way I could do it was to kind of pick up the reflection from my window outside to kind of allow you to see that. So now you can see here's some of my colors. I got a brown there, which looks like there's not much on it. I've got pinks, purples, blues. There's yellow, which turns the silver foil a bit gold looking. Got my greens, got a darker brown there. Loads and loads of colors. Now, on some of these ones, you can see they kind of look a bit powdery. They've got kind of a icky looking coating on it. You can see there I'm wiping it off. It looks a bit funny. All you need to do to get rid of that, still keep all the color, just grab one of your little wipes again or a microfiber cloth and just start rubbing it off. And I pressed quite firmly to make sure that all that kind of dusty weirdness on the top was coming off, but all that color is still there. We just don't have this chalky effect on the top. You can see that that color is permanent. It has permanently stained our foil. We have got a gorgeous blue foil card now. So it works a dream. So if you get that kind of chalky look on the top of yours, all you need to do is just grab a cloth and rub it off, and it will be beautiful and perfect. Now the ones that we did originally with the droplets, those might be a little bit tacky, but they should dry okay. And then when you die cut them again, you'll want to clean your dies when you're done die cutting. So here's the green. It looks all streaky, and watch what happens when we rub it with a cloth. All the streaks are gone, and we get left with the beautiful green underneath. It's absolutely gorgeous. So you can do so much with this. You can do some beautiful foliage. You could do some flowers. You know, the world's your oyster. You've got tons of options of foil card at your fingertips if you just have a simple pack of really nice cheap alcohol colors. So here's a quick refresh. Here's all of them dried and what they look like. You can see the patterns stay on this foil card, and you'll see in my demos of some of the things I made with them, that pattern and those colors really shine through. Again, here you can see there's that bit of chalky look to it. So I go ahead and I rub it, and you still get the gorgeous color, but you get rid of that sort of excess foggy stuff. Here's the one with the blue that didn't stick. You'll see a little die cut with that one in a minute, and it is stunning. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm just doing a quick little run through of all those samples. Now, if you enjoyed this video and you like hanging out with me, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And make sure you hit that bell notification next to the subscribe button if you want to see and know when my videos come out, which should be every Wednesday and every Saturday. So to get started, I thought I would, my mind just went a little crazy here. I went a little bit overdrive, and I created myself a nice little mess, as you can see there in that picture. So there are a lot of options of things you could do. So getting started, I die cut out some of these beautiful leaves because I can do quite a few of them in different green tones. Here's one of the backgrounds I did. I die cut using this die cut here, which is from Surprise Creation and not available anymore, I'm afraid. You can also take your sheets of card and you could use some embossing folders. This is a 3D embossing folder. This is another 3D embossing folder with leaves on it. So you can get these gorgeous backgrounds really quick and really easy with your own homemade dyed foil cardstock. Here's the one I was telling you about. That really crazy one with the splotchy blue. This is what it looks like when you die cut it using a background die. It is stunning. You get this crazy awesome metallic foil look with multi-colors. Really cool. Here's the pink and the red I did. What I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to probably fill the center of that circle with some fun little embellishments or maybe like a big flower, and then I'm going to stamp and heat emboss a sentiment along the bottom when I get a bit more time. My first card that I made that I've completed for you, I used this Catherine Pooler stamp set and this scrapbook.com foliage die set, and I used that one little sprig down there, really awesome, and some twine that I got from AliExpress. I'll do my best to link everything I can that I've used for you down in the description box below. If I forget, however, please do pop me a comment because I do forget a lot of things. This is probably my favorite card out of all the cards I made. You can see the color difference in that foil card, and it was beautiful, and it cost me pennies to make. These dies here for my next card are from Surprise Creation, which is where most of my shape dies are from. I forgot I had all these in my stash. I don't know, they were just hidden in the back of my box. So I broke them out because they're gorgeous and they've got loads of fun detailed embossing on them. I've got a stamp set, a Christmas stamp set from Alina Crafts on AliExpress, and I've also got this Sparkle and Shine die set from Pretty Gets Gritty in the UK. And I've also got these beautiful little gems that I'm using for this card. So again, I'll try and link everything I can down below, but I use so many different things from so many different companies and had such a good time by myself, I'll probably forget. Here's my finished card. I popped up those trees using 3 layers and added some gems around it. For my next card, I used some more dies from Surprise Creation, these beautiful torn edge hearts, and then a die from Catherine Pooler, and this happy birthday die which comes with an outline which is from Alina Crafts. Now this one I had a bit of an oopsie on because I added the foam in between my little die cuts, but I was going for a really fun rainbowy coloured set of foliage around it, and then I felt like the middle of the heart looked really bland. So I will probably redo this card and have another go with it to kind of line it up a bit better. This next card is another one of my favorites, and sadly I think I ruined it by adding a whole bunch of Nuvo drops at the very end. But for this one I use these awesome stretched dies, and I do have a bubble embossing folder in the background there, so I've got a texture on the back, and it looked great. I did the rainbow color and the rainbow order for the happy birthday, and it was really awesome. And then I felt like it needed something else, so I started adding Nuvo drops, and I think I went a little too far. So I think I'll do that one again as well, but I will keep it just plain and have just the white. I hope you enjoyed tonight. Hope you get some inspiration from it. I would love it if you want to share it with me on my Facebook group and share your creations using this technique. Please do pop your photos over there. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. I have a bonus video on Monday for you, so please do come and check me out on Monday as well for a vlog hop. Take care and have a fantastic weekend. Bye.